The flags of pride, bi gang, where you at? No excuses, you gotta know what this symbolizes. Pink is attraction to only the same sex. Blue is attraction to only the opposite sex. And if you mix those two colors up, you get purple, attraction across the whole gender spectrum. And the white owner of a popular Philadelphia gay bar was caught on camera repeatedly saying the N-word. The bar also had an explicitly racist dress code prohibiting Timberlands, but allowing Uggs. So the city of Philadelphia responded in a big way. They took the original pride flag, which was designed to be inclusive, and added black and brown stripes. Do you think the original was inclusive or this is a needed addition? The flags of pride, pan beauties, where you at? No excuses, you gotta know what this symbolizes. Pink is attraction to the female spectrum. Blue is attraction to the male spectrum. And that yellow in between represents attraction to everyone in between. Are homophobes more likely to be gay? Researchers found that 20% of people who say they're highly straight are also very homophobic and have very high levels of same-sex attraction. 3 awesome animals you didn't know were gay. Gay elephants kiss and play with each other's trunks before they mount each other. Swans don't only look gay, a fifth of them are gay, but they'll fight you. This gay swan and his husband would try and drown people who got too close to their baby by jumping on top of them, and it turns out their baby was just a plastic cup. Nearly all of bonobos are bisexual, and they are the closest living relative to human beings, and lesbian bonobos will go at it every 2 hours. They said they were just friends, and everyone believed them. In 1945 Germany, this was called the friendship kiss, a common greeting between men of communist countries. But many wonder to this day, were they more than friends? Students threatened to hang Meghan from goalposts in college, and the church hated Meghan. Even as a kid, got kicked out of youth group after being outed as gay. But today, Meghan is the first trans pastor in the Lutheran Church. We all know drag queens, but what about drag kings? And no, kings are not women dressing up as men. A king can be of any gender, presenting as a male character. Like Janelle drags up as Michael Jackson and other sassy men. Basically, she destroys toxic masculinity one pelvic thrust at a time. This high school principal was fired for being gay, but you will never hear that again. Because yesterday, you could get fired for being gay or trans in all these orange states, but the Supreme Court ruled today that workers can never be fired again for being gay or trans in this country. The flags of pride, lesbians, where you at? But this is the old lesbian flag. Let me show you the new one. On the bottom, we got femininity, love and sex, serenity and peace. In the middle, unique relationships to womanhood, community, independence, and on top, we got gender nonconformity. Are you repping the correct lesbian flag? Because most of them have horrifying histories. Let's go through it. And the cottagecore and farmcore flags are at the end. First ever lesbian flag was designed by a man. That upside down triangle was used by the Nazis to identify lesbians. The axe is a fascist symbol, and radical feminists who were super transphobic loved this flag. Do not use this flag. Then a racist transphobic woman designed this lipstick lesbian flag to purposely exclude butch lesbians by putting lipstick on it and making the whole thing pink. By the way, she copied the design, legit photocopied the cougar flag. This flag is transphobic, it is racist, do not ever use this. Then a group of lesbians reclaimed the flag by removing the lipstick. You can use this, but many are still offended by its origins. And in 2017, the first non-offensive flag was created. You can definitely use this one. There is a version with fewer stripes that's just easier to manufacture and print. Use that one too. And then a group of iconic lesbians on Tumblr created the farmcore and cottagecore flags, which is a great alternative to any of the racist flags in history. Love them, use them, love you. 3 celebrities you didn't know had gay siblings. Captain America himself, Chris Evans, is obsessed with his gay brother Scott, and so am I. Chloe Grace Moretz actually has 2 gay brothers, and she starred in a movie about gay conversion therapy called The Miseducation of Cameron Post. You must see it. And Adam Levine knew his brother was gay since he was 2 years old. 3 queer Disney characters. I am not kidding when I say Ursula is literally a drag queen. She was based on real-life drag legend Divine, and they're both completely disinterested in men. Scar is so gay, his voice is beyond sassy, he is the skinniest lion in the kingdom, and his facial features are literal drag makeup. Jafar is gayest of them all. Look at his eye sockets, they're highlighted with the use of color, his narrow jaw, high cheekbones, queer. What's the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality? And at the end, why this is so controversial. First off, bi does not mean you like 2 genders, and pan does not mean you like all genders. The Bisexual Manifesto, which is the most critical piece of bi history, says that being bi means liking genders the same and different from one's own. That does not mean just 2. So many bi people are attracted to all genders, and many are not, but gender typically does matter to a bi person. And pansexuality is attraction regardless of someone's gender, so gender doesn't matter at all. It's about their personality, pan personality. So what's so controversial? First, many bi people think all pans are technically bi. Since being bi means liking all genders the same and different from one's own, all pan people fall into that category technically, and bi people feel that pansexuality may contribute to bi erasure. And many pans disagree, saying they're more comfortable using the word pan. It's a younger community, a newer term, and it highlights the fact that gender is irrelevant from who they're attracted to. A study found gay men had longer noses than straight men, and gay women had shorter foreheads than straight women. This Stanford scientist was flown to Russia by Putin himself, and the following week, he published one of the most controversial studies of his career. Can artificial intelligence tell if you're gay just by scanning one photo of your face? The study said yes, but US researchers debunked it. Gay men don't have longer noses than straight men, they're just more likely to wear glasses. And gay women don't have shorter foreheads than straight women, they're just less likely to wear eyeshadow. But why was Russia investigating this in the first place? What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 2. What's up, Wyoming? Did you know they were the first state to give women the right to vote? Okay, this is shocking. Sodomy was decriminalized nationwide in just 2003, but Wyoming decriminalized it in 1977. But good luck making love, because there's only 15,000 LGBT people in the entire state. Everyone thought James was a prepubescent boy, even as an adult. It wasn't until he died and the coroner prepared his body that the British government found out Dr. James Barry, the world's most successful surgeon, was born a woman named Margaret. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 3. Welcome to the most homophobic state in the country, where they refuse to air a cartoon about a gay wedding, and at football games they hold up signs like "Purple, man, that's gay," when the opposing team's colors are purple, and encourage schools to teach homosexuality is a criminal offense, and it's the only state where the majority of the population is against gay marriage. But last year in Mobile, Alabama, they painted a temporary rainbow crosswalk. The Minneapolis police beat them for being gay and followed them to the emergency room where they whispered "sissy" in their ear. This is the story of two gay men who needed help but got hurt. Rick and John were just standing outside a gay bar when a man jumped out of his car and said he was going to kill them for being gay. A fight broke out and they needed help. 4 police arrived and immediately grabbed John's neck and started beating him over and over while shouting the word "queer" at him. Then Rick started crying, so 3 officers smashed his head against the sidewalk. The police arrested Rick and John and charged them with assault. In court, officers said they were not homophobic, but emergency room attendants testified that as they gave the 2 men stitches, police called them "queer" and "sissy" over and over. Then something shocking happened. The all-straight jury didn't believe the police, and Rick and John were found not guilty. But the Minneapolis police never fired or disciplined the officers. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 4. Wisconsin has a sick secret, but I'll get to that at the end. They elected the first LGBT senator, lesbian icon Tammy Baldwin. And they're the first state to ban discrimination for sexual orientation, but not for being trans. In fact, Wisconsin loves throwing trans people in jail. In the whole state, 3% of straight people have been put in jail, but 16% of trans people have been put in jail. What? We met on a dating site 12 years ago. I sent her a message saying I want to let you know up front that I'm in a wheelchair because I can't hide it. And she wrote back, "Why? Is it bright yellow?" What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 3 continued. Welcome to the most homophobic state in the country, where they canceled Beauty and the Beast because of a gay character. Their Supreme Court judge blamed a drag queen when he refused to issue gay marriage licenses. The mayor said gays should be killed. And when this boy took his own life, the sheriff commented, "Liberty, guns, Bible, Trump, barbecue. That's my kind of LGBTQ." But last year, one of their homophobic murderers was stabbed to death in prison. It was a secret his entire life until he remembered the war and falling in love with Philip. But being gay was too dangerous, so he married a woman. And alone at 90 years old, he searched for his one true love and found out Philip died. So today, Kenneth lives his entire life dressed in rainbow. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 4. Welcome to Louisiana, where this week Holden went on a date and was stabbed multiple times in the neck, his hands were nearly sawn off, and he was strangled with a cord until every single blood vessel in his head ruptured by this homophobe, but the police say it's not a hate crime. And cops use sting operations to arrest gay men hooking up. But they do let gay couples adopt, so thanks for that. Anonymous secrets were sent in on postcards. The last one confessed to a murder. Gay secrets, part 1. I had gay sex at church camp 3 times. I spread rumors about my gay classmate to see how people would react if they ever found out about me. I said she dumped me, but really, I dumped her body. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 5. It's great to be straight in Massachusetts and had the biggest straight pride parade. This sicko held a gay man hostage and beat him in a church basement. A third of gay teens were threatened with a weapon at school. But they're home to the gayest city in the country, one of the only states to ban conversion therapy, and the first state to legalize gay marriage.
Hey Mom, there's something I want to tell you.
Yeah?
Mom,
What?
I'm trans.
Okay. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what does that mean for us?
I'm a boy.
Okay. Alright, so new name?
Oliver.
Oliver. Okay. We'll talk about this with Dad when we get home and
Uh-huh.
figure out how to to make that happen for you.
Thank you. Oh my god. I was so nervous this entire car ride.
What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state, part 6. No. Look what was found at this week's Pride March. They refused to air a cartoon with a lesbian character. He kicked this gay man in the head 30 times until he died. And the homophobic governor ruled trans people can't play on sports teams. 5 crazy things you did not know about the Stonewall riots. And if the last one isn't karma, I don't know what is. Marsha P. Johnson did not throw the first brick. She said herself she got there 30 minutes late. And the bar was owned by the Italian mafia. Fat Tony paid the police thousands a month just so they wouldn't raid the bar. But it didn't work forever. The police raided 5 gay bars that same night as Stonewall. And get this, the same police who arrested them at Stonewall had to protect them at the next year's first ever Pride March. Most men at the hospital lasted 2 weeks. They all had the strange cancer. Joey's family wouldn't visit him, so he made friends with a volunteer and shared all of his secrets and all of his love with him until 2 weeks later, the volunteer held Joey in his arms, and Joey whispered goodbye. The media called it gay cancer, but it wasn't gay. It was AIDS, and the government ignored it. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state, part 7. Why did nobody tell me this about Rhode Island? After one of your bishops tweeted that Catholics can't attend pride marches because they're harmful for children, you guys protested and asked him to resign. And your Pride Fest is the largest in the world, bringing in over 100,000 people. And for such a tiny state, you guys just had a huge Black Trans Lives Matter rally. But homophobes keep attacking the city council meetings on Zoom. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state, part 8. Ohio's obsessed with fire. So they torched a gay man's car, burned a gay couple's barn filled with 8 horses, and they even used chemicals to burn the F slur on a lawn. But you know what's great? When Ohio forced this kid to change his shirt in school, he sued the state and he won. We've had 2 gay presidents. James Buchanan, our 15th president, also known as our only single president, was gay. Lincoln was gay too, with 2 gay lovers. Joshua Fry slept in the same bed as Lincoln for 4 years straight. And Lincoln's handsome bodyguard, David Derrickson, shared the bed with Lincoln whenever Mary Todd was out of town. I'm homosexual and I'm afraid about what my future will be and that people won't like me. Prediction from a grown-up. Your future is going to be amazing. You'll surprise yourself with what you're capable of and all the incredible things you go on to do. Find the people who love and believe in you. There will be lots of them. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every state, part 9. Good luck being gay in Kentucky. They're so homophobic that yes, they did expel this straight girl from school for having a rainbow birthday party. And yes, this white supremacist did run over 4 lesbians. What's the best, you ask? Some people celebrate pride. Would you do this for your gay best friend? She was so tired of them getting bullied that she learned how to fly a drone and had all of her gay friends sign a flag, and she flew that flag hundreds of feet in the air towards Ukraine's Statue of Liberty, which she felt did not represent freedom and justice for all, but only freedom and justice for straight people. And she illegally hoisted that huge flag to Ukraine's Statue of Liberty, the tallest statue in their town, to let every single person know just how proud she is of her friends.
I don't know.
And I can't change. Wait. If you have been hurt by the church, I am so sorry.
What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state, part 10. Welcome to a surprisingly homophobic state, home to an anti-gay cult that's armed and ready, and where the daughter of the police chief brutally attacked 2 gay men and went out partying afterwards. But she did go to prison for 3 months. If you're LGBT+, please stop scrolling right now. Give me 1 second. The Trump administration might be shutting down TikTok. I'm sure you guys heard that. And I have spent months making LGBT education videos, and I want to keep going, and I don't want to lose you. So I am begging you, please go follow me on Instagram right now so we stay connected. I love you. Hey, Emily.
I bet you guys didn't know that July is actually Disability Pride Month.
What is that?
And it shows that disabled people can be proud of their disability. I feel like no one talked about it.
They don't.
And that's why I'm here.
Yes, it is.
I feel like my reason in life is to not only create art, but also to educate people on disability and our experiences. So tag your favorite activists,
I will.
creators, and let them know about Disability Pride Month.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks.
Goodbye. Gay TikTok, please stop scrolling for 1 second. I need you. Yesterday, the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said he wants to remove TikTok from the App Store. He's already removed multiple Chinese apps from the App Store this year. I have spent months making LGBT history videos, and I don't want to lose you, so I'm begging you. Please follow me on Instagram. I love you.
Some experts on China have said that the TikTok ban could happen by the end of this week. Trump actually commented on this, saying that this is one way to punish China for their coronavirus response.
Gay news that no one's talking about. Part 1. The first country in the world to add LGBT history to all schools is Scotland. And it's not just gay history, but the causes of biphobia, transphobia, and homophobia. Gay history begins next year, but the real question is, when the heck is the US gonna do the same? What's best and worst about being LGBT in every state? Part 11. I'm so sorry to show you this, but you need to watch.
You have a adorable daughter.
I would take her for a pedicure, take her to get her nails done, and see if she could swim. If it was my son, I would probably take him hunting, I would take him fishing, and I'd see if he could swim.
What do you mean you would see if they could swim?
I just want to make sure they could swim.
What's best and worst about being LGBT in every US state? Part 12. They thought he was in a car crash. Zachary was 4 years old and his intestines were torn open. Half of his lip was hanging off his face, and then they found the text messages. He's gonna be an F-slur. He walks and talks like it. It pisses me off. In Oregon, an accepting state, Zachary's mom beat him for weeks until he died. The entire story is on my Instagram right now. Gay news no one is talking about. Part 2. Are we about to cure HIV? Someone in Brazil was just cured using only medicine after a brand new experimental drug study. Just 2 people in the world were cured before this, but both of those involved bone marrow transplants, and this is just medicine. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every state? Part 13. Is this psychopath leading your state? Meet Sylvia. She's trying to make homosexuality illegal. She grew up in Snowflake, you can't make that up, and she's so triggered by the word homosexual she wants it erased from all books. She's an Arizona senator. Hear about her and what happened to them on my Instagram right now. Bisexuals who changed history. Part 1. Pride Month would not exist without this bi woman, and we've never heard of her. Brenda Howard wasn't even at Stonewall, but her friends were, and she's a good friend. So she started the first ever Pride March. Look at these signs. Oh my god. This Jewish, bisexual, leather, polyamorous woman is considered the mother of pride. What's best and worst about being LGBT in every state? Part 14. I'm gonna tell you about 3 homophobic Florida men. The last one is horrifying, I'm sorry. We begin with the Republican who joked about passing a law to execute all gay people. And then we head to the guy who actually did execute 2 gay men and laughed at the victims' families in court, giving them the middle finger. We conclude Florida with this psychopath who walked into a gay bar 4 years ago, killing 49 innocent people, making it the deadliest attack on gay people in US history. The extended uncensored Florida video is on my Instagram right now.